Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Garza and today I'll be doing air pollution. This is for a research topic on Geology 1447. You're asking yourself why I choose air pollution. I choose air pollution because smog irritates our airways when inhaled, rising our chances of majority heart and lung disorders such as health threats are why smog levels are tracked by many cities. For instance, your eyes and throat may burn on a high zone alert day, and you may cough and wheeze. You're asking yourself, what is smog? Well, smog is created when the heat and sunlight in the atmosphere combine with industrial pollutions from power plants, mills, vehicles, and other sources. What is air pollution? Air pollution is a blend of airborne solid particles and gases. Also, car pollution and factory products, dust, pollen, and mold spores may be suspended in form of particles. In cities, zones, and chemicals is a big part of air pollution. It is sometimes called, like I said, smog, as zone induces air pollution. What causes air pollution? Most of the air pollution comes from the use and processing of energy. Now, burning carbon fuels emits gases, contaminates into the environment. And air pollution not only leads to climate change in highly damaged feedback cycles, it is often compounded by it. Air emission increase the Earth's temperature in the form of a carbon dioxide and methane that increase heat and worsens another form of air pollution. Smog forms as the atmosphere is hot and there is more ultraviolet radiation. Climate change also increase the production of allergenic air contaminants including mold. Mold is thanks to the wet condition caused by serving weather and increase the flooding. And pollen is due to longer pollen season and more pollen production. What affects the air pollution on humans? By being exposed to the air pollution, people suffer a wide variety of health consequences. It is important to split the results into a short-term and long-term effects. Disease, short-term and longer effects. Disease such as pneumonia and bronchitis have short-term symptoms that they are reversible. They also have pain such as nose, mouth, and eyes, or skin irritation, and headaches. Headaches, dizziness, nausea can also include air pollen. Air pollution, not pollen, air pollution. Bad smells are less intense but still irritating. Air pollution long-term consequences will last for years or for a lifetime. They can also result in the death of humans, cardiac disease, lung cancer, and infection disease such as asthma. Asthma have long-term health effects from air pollution. Long-term damage people nerves, brain, kidneys, liver, and other organs can also caused by air pollution. Air contaminates cause birth defects. Some scientists believe people respond to various kinds of air pollution differently. Young children and older adults who tend to have poor immune systems are also more vulnerable to pollutions via exposure to air pollution disease such as asthma. Asthma, heart disease, and lung disease can be mold worse. Factory can be mold for worse. Factors also include the duration of exposure and the quantity and from the contaminations. What affects air pollution on environment? I talk about the what is the effects of air pollution on humans. Now I'm gonna talk about the environment. What affects of air pollution on the environment? All ecosystems will experience the consequence of air pollution, including humans, animals, and plants. Haze is a visible form of air pollution like smog and other that absorbs shape colors. Hazy contaminants of the air will also muffle noises. Particles in the air pollution gradually collapse on the back of the earth. The surface of the bodies of the water and the soil will directly be polluted by air pollution. It may destroy crops, decrease their yield. It is capable of destroying young trees and other species. When they are combined with water and oxygen in the atmosphere, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide particles in the air can produce acid rain. These are emissions coming mainly from power plants and motor vehicles, fire from coal. As acid rain occurs on Earth by modifying soil structure, it destroys plants, degrades water quality in rivers, lakes, and extreme damage crops and may cause deterioration on buildings and monuments. Animals will suffer health effects from exposure to air pollution, much like humans. Much as human air contaminants has all been linked to birth defects, infection, and lower fertilizing rates. I'm going to talk about now global warming. Global warming is an environment problem that it is caused by air pollution that is natural and anthropogenic. It applies to the world's rising air and ocean temperature. This rise in temperature is caused by at least part of by an increasing in the volume of greenhouses in the atmosphere. In the Earth atmosphere, greenhouses gases capture radiation energy. More of the Earth's heat usually escapes into space. The greenhouse gas that has had the largest effect on global warming is carbon dioxide by burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. Carbon dioxide it is released in the atmosphere to power vehicles and aircraft and heat houses and run factories. Humans have come to depend on fossil fuels. It pollutes the environment with carbon dioxide. By doing these things, methane, nitro oxide, fluorinated gas are all found other greenhouse gases released from natural artificial sources. A major emission from coal plants and agricultural process and methane a wind spread pollution from the manufacturing plants. Agriculture and combusting of fossil fuels in vehicles is nitrous oxide. Fluorination gases are emitted from industries such as hydrofluorocarbons instead of gases such as chlorofluorocarbons, which they call CFCs. Fluorinated gases also used in certain areas. CFCs have been outlawed because they deplete the ozone layer. Now I'm going to talk about how to help reduce air pollution. The fewer we consume oil, the more we do to minimize air emission and climate change as a consequence. Walking states make good transportation decisions, driven, ride a bike, or use a make a good transportation decision, drive, ride a bike, or use public transportation where you can choose vehicles that can get better miles per gallon or petrol for community or choose a hybrid vehicle. You may also evaluate the choices of power supporter. You will be able to comment the wind of solar provide your energy. Buying the food locally cuts back on the fossil oil burned from across the national trucking of flying food. How to protect your health from air pollution. When you see pollution levels in the papers or heard on the weather forecast, they are highly, it might be helpful to restrict the time that kids go out and you go out for a job. Put on sunscreen. It can cause skin damage and skin cancer as ultraviolet radiation comes through the damaged ozone layer. Keep as far as you can from densely trafficked roads, and when they do exercise outdoors, to extract fine particles, then shower and wash your hands and wash your clothes. Keep indoors within the windows locked if the quality is low. So this is my project of air pollution, and I will put the when I put the comments, I'm gonna put the two links to the two websites that I did for the research, and this is the research project from air pollution. Thank you.